Hey, what's up, everybody? Mogi Monster here, and welcome to Why the Fascination, or WTF as we like to call it. Hope everybody's doing well. Let me just adjust this camera a little bit. Good to see everybody in chat already. Still not right. See, I should have this taken care of beforehand, right? Grasshopper, what's up, buddy? Good to see you. Hey, eyes in the woods. Sandra Piper, what's happening? Mark, good day. Tight lines. Hey, Mr. Hugh. Sharon, welcome. Good to see you. Scotty Waddles, what's up, bud? Mr. Lee, cheers. How are you, bud? Pine Island Research, what's up, Jeff? Yeah, I had one of those incidents where I was almost like, you caught me sitting down. Had everything ready, and there was one light on in the hallway. I was like, oh, crap. Get up. Luckily, if I had to turn it off, there's somebody standing there. I said, turn that light off. Yeah, you would have seen, just wouldn't have been in the picture. But here we are. Paulie T, what's up? Howling Underdog Films, what's going on, Chuck? Good to see you, man. So yeah, for anybody that's new, if you've never been here before, what I do is I put my link to the show in chat, and anybody can come on and talk about whatever you want to talk about, basically. Be it, cryptids, paranormal, fishing, cooking, food, life. Yeah, that covers it. Yeah, come on and hang out. It's pretty simple. You click on the link in chat when I do post it, and follow the directions. Put your name in, whatever, and just hop on. If you don't want to be on camera, bottom of the screen there's a stop camera. Click on that. You don't have to be on camera. It's pretty simple. Hey, Judy Wheeler, Old Buzzards Roost. What's up, buddy? Breeze, how's it going? Hey, Icon. Mind Muscle Mobility. Great to see you. Yeah, I think I said the other day, this daylight savings is throwing me off. I tend to stay out later than I should. It's like if the sun's up, I'm fishing. And at 7:30, I was like, oh, shit. Gotta go. But it's worth it. I gotta run around like a chicken with my head cut off for a little bit, but I ate, showered, set up, did everything in an hour. Brandy Haywood, welcome. So yeah, let me put this link in chat. Shaving Bigfoot or shoving. Shaving. Good luck with that. The Howler. What's up, dude? What do you think of Greta Van Fleet? I don't. Greta, that's that chick over in England or where the fuck she's from. Yeah. Don't pay her any mind. Angel Nolan, welcome. Oh, we got a bunch of people here. Right on. So yeah, what I'm going to do is just keep flooding the chat with my my link. Just somebody clicks on it. It's huge, isn't it? It's like bigger than my head. I didn't want to make a whole pot, but I knew one cup wasn't going to be enough. So, because hopefully by the time it's ready to go to bed, I'm ready to go to bed. I won't be jittery. But it was a long day, out in the sun and just running around. I don't know. I'm just tired this evening, so I was like, yeah, I need coffee. Yeah, that is kind of a funny name, Shaving Bigfoot. Who else is in here? Anna Rodriguez, welcome. New name? Good to see you. Who else? My phone's just said I'm live. How long we been live? Took it 6 minutes for it to catch up. Dude, you got to go to work, huh? That late shift. Yeah, luckily I never in most of my working career, I've never done. Can't say never. I did some graveyard shifts a few times, but wasn't for me. I'll take the 9 to 5. Bigfoot and on. Where you been, man? How's it going, Connor? Connor, if you ain't doing anything, why don't you pop on and tell us what you've been up to? Swamp, says Mr. Lee. And we'll talk about the upcoming conference next month. But here, let me there you go. The link's in chat, guys. Yeah, I'm looking forward to next month's conference. I've only been to one, and it was interesting, you know. But this one's going to be a good one. Paul, what's up? Mogs has great taste in music. Oh, Zeppelin, right on. How can you not like Zeppelin? Monster Radio. What's going on, Ryan? Yeah, you know, old rocker, but I've always been into country music. Excuse me. Well, you know what I mean, Chris. How are you, Chris? 9 to 5 bankers hours, you know, 7 to well, shit, for 4 years over in Sedona. Well, when I was out in Arizona, sun up, sundown. We rented ATVs. If the sun was out, you know, we had to be there. What else? Is Dan here? I see Dan. Danny Stag, what's up? So yeah, guys, like I said, I'm just gonna flood the chat, spam the chat, whatever you call it, with my link. Pop Craig, great to see you. Ha. What's up, Paulie?
Mogi Wan, how are you doing, my Mexican Jedi?
Mexican? What you mean, Essay?
I'm local.
How you been, man?
Dude, I'm good, man. It's a little past my bedtime, you know, but occasionally and every now and again, you got to bend the rules a little bit, you know.
Sure.
You got to keep the new warden happy because she's worse than the old one. She can't hear me right now, which is even better.
Apparently.
What, it's not?
That's funny. So you're keeping busy at work, I see, huh?
Yeah, dude, I'm a slave to the grind, man. You should call me Leroy Tavares at this point.
Yeah, I saw that comment.
No, it's all good. It is what it is, man. It's a description of a job.
You're working like a dog.
You know, when you work hard, you work hard. You know what I mean? When you're a slacker, you know, you're Mr. Lee.
Nah.
Just kidding, Mr. Lee. I know you work hard too, but just poking fun. Haven't seen you in a bit. Hope you're good.
Mr.
Yeah,
Lee said, Paul, you've been down to the pub. I can tell.
yeah. Been to the pub. They eat pub burgers. Hey, my ever expanding waistline. I swear to God, thank God I ain't a woman. I ain't keeping no girlish figure.
Yeah, no, I try not to let it get away from me. My figure.
The bandana.
It's starting to though. My gut's getting big again. I'm like, fuck.
Yeah, dude, bandana ties it all in. Just throw it by me. He's like Vince Neil. He turns sideways. He's like, oh my God, he let himself go. But for camera level shoulders and all, it's like, yeah, bandana, dude, stacked.
Oh, jeez.
But it should be illegal to have this much fun, Russ. I'm tell you what. I notice that you all can't see me, which is a good thing. Because
That bad, huh?
right about now, I'm not a funk soul brother, and right about now, you don't want to see that shit.
That's all good. Glad you stopped down, man.
Yeah, no, dude, I gotta bounce too because I can hear that the other person is getting yelled at is going to transfer to me soon. So I don't want you guys to see that. Fuck you. You ain't you're not worthy. No, I'm kidding.
You can step out of line.
Yeah. That's it.
Just keep going to the back of the line. So
sign the papers. I can't sign the papers. Why can't you sign the papers? Because you've broken both of my hands.
what was that from?
That's like Monty Python, I think, ain't it?
Yeah.
Something like that. Dude, that's good shit. Clean comedy. Like Benny Hill. He was an old pervert, right?
Yeah, dude. Look at his show.
Dude, all he needed was rose-colored glasses, and be like a sign, be like Billie Holiday and fucking Trading Places. He's Eddie Murphy. So he can't see shit. He's a liar. Then she wrote in her text, "Oh, he has a house in Raleigh."
Oh, such a it's fucking. Hang on, I can't do anything. Let me see something. Sorry, Paul. You can talk. I'm just trying to figure something out. See if I can do something from my phone.
Here we go.
I can't do it on StreamYard, so let's see if I can do it here.
Mogs below the waist.
Huh?
Mogs below the waist. Hey, StreamYard, take this. Here's a torpedo to your soul.
Come on. See if I can. Here we go. There we go. All right, let me turn it down. All right, where is it?
Hey, Mogs.
Hold on 1 second, real quick.
Okay, no, take your time.
This won't let me do it.
I can't do it.
No, it's there, but I can't. I'll figure it out. Hold on. I'm trying to. I'll show you in a second.
All right, just let me.
There it is. There it is.
Go to bed.
All right, Chris. There you go. Quit your bitching.
I wanted to share this with you today. I was doing some research on the internet, and I found out that diarrhea is hereditary. Apparently, it runs in your genes. See ya.
Wow, that's a shitty joke. So, Chris, I gave you your wrench back. Now, hang out a little more often and use it or something. Shit. We hardly see you. Didn't mean to break your heart. Michael Haywood, what's going on, bud? Raptor crazy. She says, I'm not bitching. I'm sad. Don't be sad. You got your wrench back, right? Did it show up? I hope. Yep, it's there. Good. Robert Denduven, how are you? Coming on late. Good seeing y'all. Oh, I thought it was at a. I didn't know it was a band. Oh, right on. I'll look them up. Great Event Fleet. It's a lot of. That's weird. It's a weird name. But yeah, I love classic rock. But I sing, so I sing country. It's just the way it is. Go figure. Guy from Jersey, and I got this really wicked country twang for some reason when I sing. You know what I mean? It's like can't help it. Tracy Benna. I'm in Ross Township outside of downtown Pittsburgh. Oh, downtown Pittsburgh. Downtown. Interesting. So your OWs sound like ah. I never thought of Pittsburgh having an accent, but yeah, I suppose they would. I'm just not familiar with it. Like I've heard Boston and Chicago and New York and, up and down the East Coast, South, but Pittsburgh, I suppose. And then you get to Florida and it sounds like you're in New York. There's a lot of New Yorkers down here. Kelly Maltby, welcome. So yeah, guys, here's the link again. See how easy that was. Paulie comes on. There's, and I know a lot of people have reservations about coming on a show live, but what you realize is just you and me and, the people in chat and the people watching. And yeah, never mind. You're safer there. No, it's just, I try to make everybody feel comfortable when they come on, and it's the way it should be. Just come on, chill out. Hey, Val. Just have fun, That's what this is all about, is just enjoying yourself and, relaxing and, taking time off to just fucking forget everything for 2 hours or at least until the next show comes on. Yeah, you guys are like family to me, I've met a lot of you. I plan to meet a lot more of you. It's just weird where a decision takes you. I go into a live chat one day and the people you meet, and I wouldn't be where I am now as far as, I'm in Richie Evans' house right now, where'd I meet Richie? YouTube. Stevie B, she's my best friend. I miss her. Where'd I meet her? YouTube. And it's just crazy. So I'm privileged. I feel proud and to be able to hang out with you guys all the time, and that you guys choose to come hang out with me. We look out for each other. You guys have helped me, and I've helped you guys, I'm sure. I don't know why I'm babbling. Just, I've been doing this for a while. And Brandon Blount, how's it going? Blount. It is Blount, right? It's not Blunt. Anyway. Yeah, like I said, I'm just babbling. Mr. Hugh, thank you. Yeah, it's like I see a lot of people change a little bit when they get into this shit, or I don't know. I think you just got to be yourself when you're on here. Don't put on an act. Don't put on, don't bullshit people. Just be yourself. Be honest. Be truthful. And I think that's what makes this work. We are ourselves. Get it off your chest. We're here for you too. Well, in the past, I tried to help someone, and I did. Maybe it's my fault. And just to have your past, like someone, I got an email today from someone, and it was sent to another channel from a former moderator. And this moderator, I confided in because we were friends. We had a falling out, nothing major. But everything I confided in that person, they had no problem, like telling other people about, telling other channels about. Whereas I couldn't fathom that. Like if somebody put their confidence in me, it's there, I could name this person right now. Nobody knows this person's name. They know this person though. And it's really disheartening. Even though this was done 2 years ago, I just got this tonight. I read this email, and yeah, every minute thing that I could have confided in this person about, they just fucking went and sent it out to other channel, and I know this person's still a moderator. And it's just not right, that just you guys be careful out there. I know this person moderates for a lot of channels. I don't know if I'm doing this the right way right now. Murray, it doesn't matter. No, it wasn't. I haven't even heard that name in a long time, dude. But this person still moderates for a lot of channels, and I guarantee that this person is doing the same exact thing to all those channels that they did to me. Like, yes, they busted their ass and they got me subs, but don't take credit for my show. Don't think that I wouldn't be where I am, which is pretty fucking nowhere, without your help. And you're looking for a pat on the back in this email you sent. It's a shame that this person thinks it's okay to talk about people like that. I just don't understand it. Again, like I said, I don't have to bring this shit up, but this was 2 years ago, and this person has gotten a lot more wrenches since then. And I know that she's influencing these channels and, telling them what to do or how to do it. And it's just, be careful, guys. There's there are other people that want to talk, have a conversation about this person, other channels, legit channels. I just kind of beat him to the punch. Didn't mean to, but you read a letter and it's like, why the fuck would she be telling this person this information? Because I'm sure the person who got it read it and went, why the fuck is she telling me this information? But they were also a moderator for that channel too. And Miss Dill, how's it going, girl? Don't worry, I'm not talking about you. It's just amazing, that people take this shit so seriously and think that, what gives them the right to talk about somebody like that, to expose someone. What's up, Papa?
Hi.
How are you?
There.
You're there.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm just ranting.
I had YouTube on. So I heard everything twice.
Good. So that means you heard it.
Indeedy. Well, I just didn't want you sitting there all alone, so...
Oh, I would have ranted for 2 hours. You kidding me?
Well, you can keep going.
No, man. No, it's just... It's unfortunate that... I didn't need to... Like, it didn't have to be brought to my attention. But somebody did bring it to my attention and said, hey, I got this email and... Do you want it? I'm like, yeah, fuck yeah. So... Then I read it and I was like, wow. Like, wow. And I just hope this person isn't doing it to other channels,
Right. Wonder if anybody wants to hear a Bigfoot story from long ago.
I'm sure they would. I know I do.
I don't know if I've told you guys this one yet, but it was my first experience.
Oh, fuck yeah.
It was 1968, I think. Yeah. Almost a year after Patterson-Gimlin, about 11 months. It was Labor Day. Labor Day weekend of 1968. We had a Earth Science field trip to the middle of the Wallowa Mountains. We all backpacked in there 7.5 miles, right into the center of the Wallowa Mountains, which is right next to the western edge of the Rocky Mountains. Hell's Canyon is between the Wallowas and the Rockies. So, and the Wallowa Mountains are a really interesting geological mess. They're big old dome of magma pushed up and hardened into granite, and then it was covered with glaciers and carved out, and that carved out all the veins of what they call them dikes, but the big cracks where the lava flowed up and covered the whole Palouse with lava. So we were learning about all that geography and earth science, and plus we're up at 7,500 feet, so we could see the stars really good. And
oh yeah.
So yeah, we got and planets and stuff. So we were learning all about geology and earth science, weather, stars, and we were also having a great time. There was about 20 of us. We were 17, about 16, 17 years old. And to get there, we walked, this is so beautiful. There's this really high walled canyon that we're going up, but it's kind of it's a hanging U-shaped valley carved out by a glacier, and the bottom of it is a big, long, 4-mile long meadow. And that's the last thing. So you go up a steep hill into the hanging valley, and then up onto the bench to the lake basin. And so we were camped at a place called Mirror Lake. We gathered up as many big logs as we could and broke them over, you know, 2 of us would pick up a log and then slam it down on a sharp rock and break them, because they were punky enough to break.
Yeah.
And we piled up a great big bonfire, and we broke a hell of a lot of logs. We were banging and crashing and thrashing, and girls were screaming and yelling and goofing around. Mr. Lee, I always find gold around here. If I go to the south side of the crest of these mountains. The north side, the gold didn't come up. So anyway, we had a big bonfire and dinner and a great time, and then the next morning we got to go goof off. Some people went and climbed mountains, and yeah, I think I climbed a mountain and went back down the river, and I caught about 30 fish.
Wow.
And we ate them all, and we made another big bonfire, and we were goofing around having the bonfire. And then the teacher, Mrs. O, who was our chaperone, came over and said, hey, Virginia is really, really sick. She has a really high fever and she can't breathe, and I think she's going to die if we don't get her out of here tonight. So we picked out 4 jocks. I don't know why they got me. I was the mile runner and the other guys were wrestlers, I think. So we grabbed 2 poles and slipped them into, I think we put a couple of sleeping bags together on them, and then we put her in a sleeping bag on that litter. And she wasn't very big, so we just picked it up and down the trail we went. And this was like 10, 11 o'clock at night. It was getting...
Wow.
But the moon was out pretty bright.
You're so distracted by chat. Chris is like, Papa, quit watching porn and talk to us.
Chris is so dang funny. Okay, I'll try, Chris. I'll try. Maybe I'll just turn the chat back. There we go. Now I can't see it. So we took off down the trail with her, and we got, I don't know, a quarter mile, and everybody switch hands, right? Go another quarter mile, everybody switch hands, and we did that till about, I don't know, a mile and a half down the trail, something like that, maybe 2. We couldn't trust our hands to hold on to those poles anymore. You know, it might bounce or something, and it would come loose. I could feel that my hands were failing, and so were a couple other of the guys. And we decided to stop and try and figure something out. And then, I don't know just which was first, but one of the friends said, shh. I just heard him going, quiet, quiet, listen, listen. And then up on the hill were these screams. They were kind of like a coyote howl. There was a high-pitched whistle, a coyote type of howl, and a roar, kind of a high roar, all together. And the tone of it was such that it would make your ears tickle, you know. It would vibrate your ears and make them tickle. And guys got to arguing over whether the one guy says, "You hear that? You hear that?" And yeah, that's a Bigfoot. My uncle told me. I don't know whether he had pointed it out at a, a conference or something, or whether they had gone to see the Patterson Gimlin stuff, or whether his uncle had showed him this, told him about this sound out in the woods. But anyway, we were listening and arguing over whether it was elk or coyotes, and when I was listening to it, I'm going like, well, there'd have to be 3 coyotes going at the same time. I had these 16-year-old ears, which worked really good, so I could hear it plain as day. And, with the music background, I was really good at picking out tones and stuff, and so it wasn't elk and it wasn't coyotes. It just couldn't be. And so we were arguing about that for a while and laughing at Colby, who said it was a Bigfoot. Like, yeah, shut up. There ain't no such thing. If there are any, they're over on the Cascades over by Portland. And
Always somewhere else. Not
yeah, they're not here. Right. And then somebody says, no, somebody's messing with us. There's their camp lights right there, and they went around the trees and looked, and they were arguing about the lights when they came back, going like, well, no, those can't be lanterns or flashlights, or they're too high up. And I went around the trees and looked, and there was 3 volleyball-sized globes of light, orbs.
Mm-hmm.
And they were just kind of waving around in the trees, even slower than that, and they weren't really, really, really bright, but they did light up the place around them a little bit. But they were too high and moving too free. And back in 1968, all of our lanterns and flashlights and any kind of light we had was slightly tinted yellow. And these were tinted ever so slightly blue. And that puzzled me. And up on the hill, there was 3 places that screaming was coming from. It was one back behind us, one right above us, and one out ahead of us. And they were about a quarter mile up that hill. And we just had to get that girl out of there. She was sick, so we just had to get her out of there. She was doing really bad, and that was freaking us out way more than what was just happening, So I came up with an idea. We just took off our belts, wrapped them a couple of times around. We made a couple of wrap loop out of it, tied it up, so that you could slip your hand in.
Yeah, sure, strap.
For a strap, yeah. And so we were able to hold it like this, which got her up high where she didn't hit any bumps anymore or anything like that. And we were able to just truck on out of there. And those lights followed us down the hill. They stayed about 200 yards behind us. And all 3 of the screamers up on the hill moved along with us. And so we went about, 3 or 4 miles, 3 miles, 2 or 3 miles, with those lights following us and the screaming going on above us on the hill. Oh, and one thing I forgot. As we took off to go down the hill, I always forget this because it's too damn woo. All 4 of our flashlights went dead as we took off.
Same time.
Same time, exactly the same time. All 4 of them dead as a doornail. And it happened really quick, so we just turned them off and going like, I don't know that's strange. These, we had lead acid batteries back then, or lead carbon batteries, acid carbon batteries. Anyway, they're worthless. you get, we figured we were going to get 7-8 miles out of them and not go dead in the first mile. But we turned them off really quick and put them in our pockets. The moon was bright. We could see where we're going. And we knew we would need them when we got to the switchbacks going down through the trees because it'd be really dark down there. Anyway, we got to there, and the dang flashlights, we tried them and they worked again. That's crazy, right?
That's
I don't
weird.
know. I don't know how long we needed them because it did get light going down the switchbacks, and loaded her up in the international travelall, and a couple of guys raced into town because it was like a 15-mile bad road drive to get to the highway and then 30 miles to the hospital. When they got back, they said we got her there just in time, and she had bad pneumonia. And
Oh wow. Well,
so,
thank God you got her there in time.
right. And, that would have been really, really scary to us, but that girl had us so scared. Anyway, there was some more friends of ours coming down in the morning. They carried our packs out and our stuff, tied them onto their packs and carried both packs out. And when we met them down at the bottom, I didn't say anything, but I did ask my friend. I noticed he went and talked to the teacher. I says, "Did you tell the teacher about the Bigfoot thingy?" And she goes, "Yeah." And she said, "Shut up. Don't tell anybody about it. Keep quiet about it. If you do talk about it, you will be ridiculed to no end, and we will never get to go on another field trip." So we basically just shut up and forgot all about it.
That's crazy.
Ain't it? So that was...
Which obviously they knew. She's
She
telling you to
knew,
shut up
yeah.
about it.
Yeah, she knew. She was an old lady by then, but she was a long time woodsman and naturalist. And
I almost asked. I was fishing in a state park and I saw law enforcement. I was just about to leave. I was backing out and this guy pulled in, and it was state law enforcement. And I guess he was going to check licenses and whatever. And I almost got out and was like, just because I get struck up a conversation with anybody. I was going to ask him about skunk ape or, just to get reactions. It's amazing how people in their position, they get weird about it. I had asked somebody in Arizona, a ranger, and his first reaction was to laugh. But then when he found out that I was serious, his face changed like, oh shit. Like, what's this guy going to say next? And I saw that. My dad saw it. And he was like, we were both like, afterwards, we were like, did you see his reaction? Both of us were like, he knew something. That was really weird. So yeah, I was going to ask this guy, and I will. If I see him again in the future down the road, I'll, because literally, I mean, down the road, that's where the state park is. I'll approach him and ask him about it. I'd asked another woman. She was a ranger. She was over in Wakiva Springs, over north of Orlando, and she was a ranger. And Stevie and I were there snorkeling, and I approached her. I was like, "You ever see anything weird out there?" She's like, "What do you mean weird?" Well, just shit that you shouldn't be there. And without saying it, and finally I was like, like skunk ape, and she's like, "Oh no, I've never seen anything like that." She goes, "I'm new to this park. I was down in the Everglades in the Everglades or the Keys, I think. She worked down in the Keys." So but But she's like, no, I haven't seen anything. She didn't get all freaky like that shit doesn't exist. You know.
Oh, Robert, I think we might not have been told to wander off, but we didn't wander off any further than about 10 miles. So all these kids in this class, we grew up in the woods, so it wasn't like we were even going to get lost or something.
Yeah, but it was also 1968.
And nobody worried about kids then.
No. No. I grew up in the 70s. I know.
Yeah, how's that go? If you get hurt, it's your own fault.
Yeah. Oh, and I was at fault many times.
Yeah. And then Mr. Lee asked,
North American cryptids, what's up?
yes, I did forget about that kind of trauma, Mr. Lee. And then every now and then somebody would bring up the topic of Bigfoot. Maybe we'd be drinking around it. I remember drinking at somebody's house once, and it was years later, and somebody brought up that they saw 3 Sasquatch over by where Paul, what's his name, saw him. And
Freeman?
yeah, Freeman. They were over by the Freeman area, and they saw 3 of them, and they were partially closed. They were tall, skinny, 8 or 9 feet tall.
Well, for you to hear the screamers and then also see the orbs is really interesting.
And then all the flashlights went out.
Yeah.
And see, we didn't know enough to even be really too weirded out about that. But yeah, sometimes, Mr. Lee, that would come back and I'd go, oh yeah, I did have an experience. But most of the time I just forgot about it. But no, I ain't seen nothing.
Hello.
How you doing? How you feeling?
I just mesmerized by Papa's story. It's just people don't understand. It was just a different time back in those days, wasn't it, Papa?
It really was totally different.
You couldn't talk about it.
No.
Yeah, but still, I don't know. To hold that shit in for so long, Jay. I mean, that's brutal.
Tell me about it.
Yeah, and I feel for you guys.
I wonder what was going on with me, because I just plain denied it. I had a lot of experiences, and I thought, well, it could be spooks, because there was weird things with them. And yes, Kaiju, I have heard similar stuff. It sounds like a raspy coyote with a whistle on it. There's 2 really heavy-set guys in Ohio, Mike and Mike. I don't know what their channel is, but they've got a perfect recording of it, I think, that they got out by a graveyard one night or something.
Old Buzzer, take care, man.
Buzzer said he just got out of the hospital.
You did?
Yeah, I read it in chat. Said he just got out of the hospital.
Who did?
Buzzer.
Buzzard?
Yeah.
Man.
Oh, feel better, Buzz.
Yeah.
Prayers, man. Quit overdoing it.
Did they take care of your symptoms? They never fixed you. They never fix you.
Here's a Band-Aid.
Yep. You got a bullet hole? Put a Band-Aid on it.
Papa, you still... I hunted till I was 18, and that happened to me, and I quit. But you still kept on it. Even to this day, you go into the woods.
Jay, if I would have had one running towards me, as close as it was to you, I might never have gone back to the woods either. You know, and by the time I ever saw one that I knew what was going on, it was far enough away, and Nana and I were out looking for him, so that it just didn't scare me so much. But yeah, being out in the woods alone by yourself and you hear them dang Sierra sound voices going off.
Yeah,
It's
that'll
kinda-
little unnerving.
Yeah, I never heard,
So
I never
yeah,
heard nothing.
was it yesterday or the day before? Richie Evans, who I'm staying with, we went for a ride, and we went to where he had his encounter. I filmed some of it. I didn't download it. I kind of forgot about it. Um, but yeah, it was interesting. You know, we walked the trail where he saw it and found the spot where he had pulled off, and when he experienced it. Um, it was you could tell he was a little still nervous going out there. You know. Um, but yeah, I felt honored that he took me out there. And he says, you know, he won't go out there by himself, but he's good out there with somebody else. So it was, you know, it was thick, you know, and from where he saw it, it was only 20 feet away from him.
Wow.
Yeah. And I don't know, it walked away. It was walking away. Like he didn't have an interaction, but you know, he had a sighting, and I mean, who wants an interaction? Like I said, I'd just be happy to see one. I don't want to shake its hand. But yeah, I did a little bit of filming, so maybe on Thursday I'll have it together and I'll show, you know, where it was.
All right.
It's just so damn thick down here, man.
People just don't
crazy.
realize how thick it is down here, do they, Russ?
You know, right behind the house here. The other day, I'm standing out there. I'm like, I see something move. Like there's a chain link fence, and then there's probably I'm going to assume it's a honeysuckle growing along it. That's what I'm assuming it is. But so you can't really see through the fence. And I'm looking over the fence, and I'm like, what the hell am I looking at? I'm like, whatever it has, it's got ears. But what it was there was a deer reaching up, trying to eat the leaves off the tree above it. So its head was straight back. So I'm looking underneath its neck and just see these ears sticking out. And I'm like, what is that? Until it moved, he lowered his head. I was like, oh. It kind of freaked me out there a bit. So I turn on the camera and I'm walking down to film it, and I don't think I got any of it. But all of a sudden, out of nowhere, here comes my dog Lucy. Well, you know Lucy. You both know Lucy.
Yeah.
Just yap, gone. Because I like doing shorts. So, and all my shorts are based around nature. You know, what I see out there. Could be a bird, could be a fish, could be whatever. So I was hoping to get a good short, and there goes Lucy.
It's you remember Minnie,
Sure.
the little pot-bellied pig? She's about half of that now.
Oh, really?
She's been on a carnivore diet for a month or so.
No,
I thought
just food scraps, huh?
I actually buy her hamburger and chicken. Well, she doesn't eat very much.
Sure.
So, yeah, I get her good food, liver, because I am pretty sure I gave the poor little gal diabetes with that cheap dog food I always bought.
Yeah, I just had an issue with my dogs and dog food and bones, and I last week my dog was messed up. She's better now. She's doing real good now. But yeah, she was not in a good place, and it was shit I fed her. Not thinking, you know, I bought it at the store here, and no, tore her up.
Oh. Yeah, I don't like being tore up. I don't know. I think I'm winning. I figured out why my feet hurt so bad and go numb. I have arthritis in my damn feet. Shows on the x-ray. So when I go walking, I have the tingling. I also have neuropathy, right? So I got all that numbness and tingling. But when I go walking, the arthritis hurts really bad for a while till it makes my feet swell up, and then they go numb, which seemed a whole lot like, whatever, that peripheral artery disease. Thank God I don't have that. These other two things are, well, I don't know how easy arthritis is to fix, but anybody that's got it out there, I got an idea. Vitamin D, lots of it, and vitamin K2. And the both of them together is supposed to take the calcium out of places where it don't belong and put it back in your bones.
There you go. Hopefully it works.
Hopefully it works. I don't know how long it takes. I'm way late to the party.
Papa,
Yeah, it's better late than never, though.
Yeah.
When I was listening to you, I was admiring on how calm you could tell your. I still shake today. I shake today when I start talking about this stuff. You know.
Jay, it's different with me. I used to shake just telling the story because I was really afraid to admit to anybody that I've seen something that they would laugh at you for, you know.
Sometimes I feel like a real wuss because of it, but
No.
it wasn't my fault. I didn't ask for it, you know.
If it come running at me that close, Jay, I would have. What happens is you get this rush of adrenaline and other catecholamines into your system. It makes an impression on your brain so stinking hard on your emotions in your brain that it's just going to be stuck there. It's PTSD.
Could you tell the size of any size of it or anything?
Well, the one Nana and I saw was 9 feet tall. We measured. Now that's a really, really good long story, and I told you guys about it a couple of days after it happened in Memorial Day 2021. Nana says, I want to go see a Bigfoot. I says, Nana, that's not what we do. We don't want to go looking for them things. We're trying to keep from getting ate. And she goes, no, I really want to see one. And I go, well, I want to pick mushrooms. And then I realized, hey, I got a ridge that's probably full of mushrooms right now that I have heard those Sierra Sound voices, especially one voice. I'll just hear him say one word. A lot of times it's enough. Something like that. It sounds either enough or enough. I don't know. But and then there might be some sniveling higher voices and kind of and they talk really fast, but you'd hear them and I'd hear that and it sounds like a foreign language, so I'd think, oh, the Cambodians are picking up here, and I'd try and make a beeline over there and leapfrog them, because these guys ran away from Pol Pot in the late 70s and came to America, and then everybody hated them and wanted to kill them here, and they couldn't get a job, but some ripoff says, here, I'll take all you guys. So they'd take a couple hundred people out in the woods and line them up and walk right through the woods and pick all our damn mushrooms, and everybody around here is ready to shoot them.
Oh, wow.
And then the guy that took them out, you know, would gather up their mushrooms, go sell them, and rip them off. I think they finally shot him. But they're really smart. They got all about it. They got that 200 people network, and then they tell each other where the mushrooms are popping, and boom, then they'll all crowd in on there. And after about 20 years or so, I figured out, hey, they go out and do this every day. You have a job. You do it 3 times a week. and they got that network, and you got nobody. So let's follow them around. That's how they found the mushrooms in the first place, was following us.
Sure.
So I started following them and kicking butt. Because I mean, we just pick a jillion morels or boletes or something and sell them.
Leslie wants to know, where was that, Papa?
It's in the Blue Mountains of Northeast Oregon. So yeah, Jay, I have had so many really scary experiences. I think I broke the fear button. You know, I was in a war. I don't want to talk about that one. That was bad. And being out alone in the woods at night with weird things, I did a lot of that. That friggin' time on the ocean, my lord, that thing is scary, Jay. You just get to where you just put it away and go, well, hell, I could be dead any second, but we don't, you know, we could all just be slapped under the sea by this. But
I might be going to Alaska in August.
Really?
Where are you going? What part?
Up to Sitka.
Oh, oh, oh! I am so jealous.
Yeah. I'm going to fly up to Washington, stay with my sister-in-law and her fella, and then we're going to go up to Sitka. I've never met my late wife's father.
Oh.
And I never got to meet him, and I still got some of my late wife's ashes that she wants spread out up there. So I'm gonna go do that.
Very nice.
Yeah. Have you seen that show, Jay? What's it? Life Below Zero. They have the next generation. They have a couple of Tlingit guys from Sitka that are doing foraging and hunting and trapping around Sitka, and they seem to be fairly decent at it. It's kind of fun to watch them.
I take that back. I did meet her father one time. I forgot all about that. I did meet her father one time. I did. Jesus Christ, my memory's going. But yeah, I did meet her. I did go up there. Jesus Christ, when we first met each other. My bad.
So Leslie says, Jay, you cannot even imagine the people who start their stories with, I'm sorry it's taken so long to send this, but it causes me so much strain to think about it. You know, because she narrates everybody's stories. So
Yeah.
I just denied it. I think that's all I did. I just said, well, that wasn't that. Because I was more a believer in, you know, evil spirits and stuff out in the woods. I had a lot of Indian friends.
I couldn't deny it when that thing was right there in front of me. It was no denying what it was, you know.
When you see them, there's no denying. You're right, Jay. When you see it, there's okay. That was how it was for me. But
Yeah.
you know what scares me is I've been talking to you guys for a couple of years, and you guys got me scared. After
he was good up to then.
Yeah, after I saw one, you know, and was absolutely sure they existed. You know, I always told Nana that, you know, finally told Nana, yeah, I believe you. You did see one. They got to be real.
I don't believe now I'd be scared of anything. I met that woman and we talked. That's the first thing I thought. I said, that woman would be scared of nothing.
Right.
She's not, but I tell you, she was sleeping. We have the, you know, cab over little motorhome, and the bed's up above the cab, one of them, and she was sleeping by the front window. The kids had torn down the curtains, so she was wide open to the whole world. And we weren't worried about it. We were down by a creek. But anyway, she just jumped right over me. She woke up to one 6 inches from her face, staring right at her. And she was a chubby little old lady, and jumped right over me in that short space and down on the floor. And she had never done that without my help.
She's still away, isn't she?
Huh?
She's still away, isn't she?
No, she's
Okay.
she can probably hear me.
Sorry.
And I can say was a chubby little old lady back then, because she's a skinny little old lady now. we still got the gut thing, but that's what started it. So, but yeah, that was. And she was sitting down there shaking, and I go, Nana, what's wrong? Do you need some help? Do you need me to help you to the bathroom or something? What's going on? And she goes, no, I'm all right. I'll be okay. I might be okay. I just want to sit down here for a while.
She wouldn't tell you what happened?
No. But the next morning we got up. She stayed down there on the settee, where you take the table down, make a bed.
Sure.
And the next morning when I got up, she was already up, and she says, Papa, when you get done with your coffee there, would you go look out in front of the motorhome there and see if any of those cherry tree leaves could look like Bigfoot eyes? See if any of them are, set up close enough together in the right orientation that they could be Bigfoot eyes. And I went, okay. And I went out in front of the camper, and there's no trees. There's nothing. I step back and I go, Nana, how close to the camper were the trees? And she goes, they're right next to it, touching it. And I go, Nana, there ain't a tree in front of this camper for about 50 yards till you get to the creek. And I said, so did you see a Bigfoot? And she goes, yeah. And I laughed at her, and she wouldn't talk to me again about it for a couple of years.
Oh, no.
It was like 2018, that 4th of July.
Wow.
But you guys, I hear a lot of stories of, people getting hit with logs, or,
Jeff.
throwing stuff at them, scaring the living bejesus out of us. Lots of people talking like, man, they might eat you. And so, I don't know, I completely forgot what I was talking about. Oh, so it just never hit me like that until I saw one. And then last year I'm out deer and elk hunting with the family out in Bigfoot Canyon. And they just walked off and left me in the dark because I was too damn slow. And I'm walking, and I didn't give a dang about it until I realized, hey, I'm the last man in line. They're up ahead of me. It's dark and scary, and there are such things as Bigfoot. And I mean, there's mountain lions, bears, and wolves out there, and I'm not afraid of them. All those years of walking comfortably along in the dark and not being afraid, and you guys have ruined that.
Not your own experiences, but we fucked it up.
Papa, I never got scared till after I sat there on that log. When I first saw that thing, I wasn't so-called scared. It was just, what the fuck did I just see? And I sat there on that log for about 15, 20 minutes with a million thoughts going through my head. That's when I got really spooked, is, how in the heck that thing's running the direction I can't, how in the hell am I going to get out of here, That's what spooked me so bad,
Yeah,
Yeah,
my buddy My buddy who saw one in Arizona was like, his first reaction, like one of his reactions was, I mean, he believed in them, or he thought he did, because he was into them for like 10 years. But then when he finally saw one, he's like, dude, I guess I didn't believe in them. Because then he was freaking out, going, how the hell are they just walking around out there?
Yeah.
I'm like,
Yeah. How'd they do that? They're huge.
Oh my
yeah,
God.
I was like,
People just don't realize how big that thing was. I mean, it was enormous. I mean, it was the biggest thing biggest other than an elephant or I never seen a gorilla. I don't know how big they even get, but it was absolutely it was monstrous looking. I mean, it was so big.
Well, you guys know what a big breeding bull like a Brahma bull or something like that, right?
sure.
Their body is that friggin' big. It's just like one of them big old bulls standing up on end.
That thick.
That
Yeah.
thick, yeah, that thick, and 9 feet tall.
Wow.
Friggin' head like this.
No neck at
No
all.
neck.
No neck.
And the
It's like
two
it's
that
like,
the two that I've seen were wearing ghillie suits. I thought.
yeah.
They looked like a guy in a ghillie suit to me. Two of them I saw
Yeah, but-
anyway.
Well, then you walked right by one that you thought it was a
Yeah.
human being. It was one, wasn't it? You walked right by it too, didn't you?
Yeah, right by him. Yeah, and I know that was a Bigfoot now that I've seen one. So they had the same ghillie suit on. I wonder if it was the same guy grown up. 1982 to 2021. So it's that 39, 40 years or something?
Was it in the same area?
Yeah. Well, within 20 miles.
Yeah.
All
same
in
area.
Northeast Oregon, guys. All my sightings are in Northeast Oregon. I've been all over, the mountains in Alaska and where there's supposed to be shitloads of them, and I haven't seen a sign other than I've seen some 2-foot long footprints in the muskeg, so you can't tell what kind of track it is. But they're two. I just went back to the boat and went, there are 2 dinosaurs still alive.
Mm-hmm.
Suzanne, I'm sorry to hear that your dad was in the hospital. I hope he's okay.
Yeah.
He came home. He's home now, and he's going to be okay. Well, prayers. It's one thing I never, I had told Sue and Nikki, when I was in Arizona, because her father and I lived in the same town.
Yeah.
I was like, you ever need me to run over and check on him or whatever, just let me know. But never happened.
Mm-hmm.
But I did. I wanted to meet him. But glad to hear he'll be okay.
Okay, I'm gonna step on out of here. I just wanted to
Oh.
Papa that I was really enthralled with what you was talking about, brother. Okay.
Yeah,
Well,
that's
thank you, Jay.
All right, I'll see you
yeah,
guys
thanks, Jay.
later. See you guys later. Bye bye.
All right, Jay. As soon as I can hit that one. Jay sounds depressed. Let's go see Jay.
Oh, Richie's. Oh,
Richie talking shit again?
well, he said dinosaurs are not real. What the hell am I, Richie?
You're a fossil.
Yeah, my grandkids say I'm older than the dirt under the dirt.
That's old.
That
old
is.
dirt.
But Colton's still going to take me steelhead fishing this weekend.
Oh, right on.
We got to
very
go to
cool.
No Tell'em Creek. He loves that name. I told him that. I think he was about 8 years old when I took him down there. He's 21 now, but
That's where fishing stories are made.
yep, comes back with these two 32-inch gigantic steelhead, right? I hooked him and handed him the pole. And he's dragging these big old fish in, and his dad goes, "Wow, where'd you catch them?" And he goes, "No tell 'em creek," to his dad.
Oh man, come on, tell me where you got him. I did.
Yeah, that's the only name he knew for a while.
That's a big fish. Damn.
Yeah.
So yeah, guys, Miss Jill is posting the link in chat where it says clothing optional.
Oh,
So if anybody
well,
wants to come on, click on the link and join us. Come hang out for a while.
Yeah, Kathy Colton can toss me in the boat now. That's all right. I was hoping I'd get a grandson bigger than me. I was 6'2". I'm probably only 6 feet now, but he's 6'2". And he's
I
a
saw Scotty Waddles was in chat earlier. He said, "I know he's a tall guy. Like this guy's like, what are you, Scotty? If you're still here, he's like 6'9", I think. That's huge. I think I might be a little like somewhere in there. 6'5". I don't know.
Mr. Lee, I sure wish that was true. I would like to go back to being 25 years old, but even I would hate to remove half the brains I got left to do it, you know? Isn't that the standard line to I want to go back to being young, but I don't want to go back to being stupid?
Stupid. Yeah. Great. You can go back and be young, but do I get to take all the information I've learned with me?
Please!
Yeah. That would be an interesting second go around.
It would. It would. Grasshopper didn't have half the brains at 25. Yeah, I know, Grass. I know what you mean. I'm not sure I had enough brain cells to rub two together.
If you had two brain cells, they'd fight.
Yeah, they would have. Yeah, they would have. Yeah, that 20. Because, see, we're in Northeast Oregon here. This is as wild a place as any place gets. And, I mean, we grew up, having friendly fist fights on Saturday night, right? Till they made it a felony to get in a fist fight.
What happened to Buzzard? Is he okay? I don't know. I don't know why he was in the hospital. Somebody might know.
Yeah. Yeah, because I had the chat turned off so I could tell the story without going,
I don't know where you came up with that fact, Richie. Richie says, real fact, if a man loses 35 pounds, he gains 1 inch of manhood. No, that's because you can look down and see another inch. Your stomach's not in the way.
No, I think Richie's right. I've got 2 inches now. Oh, why in the hell would a guy ever admit to that? I don't know.
Oh, fuck. My face hurts now.
I guess if you got a little peepee, you got to go do a lot of wild, fun things to make up for it, huh?
Big truck.
Yeah, but get a big truck, get a big pistol, get a big rifle, and go do a lot of manly things. Because the girls are just going to keep leaving you. Unless you can lick your eyebrows.
Yeah, there's that. Who else is just backing up into that real quick? Real quick. Let me put this link. So, guys, we still have 40 minutes. If anybody wants to come on and share, please. Love to hear from you.
So, Pyro, I lost 60 pounds.
So Papa lost 70 pounds. He did the math.
Oh! I thought he was talking about that 10 pounds ugly fat that was my head. It is amazing. The thing does get longer, Richie. It really does. I did not know that. It's not hiding behind all that fat.
Mr. Hughes says, I have big feet, Mr. Lee. Well, you know what that means. Big shoes.
So I thought I saw Jen in here. Thanks,
I did,
Jen.
briefly, I saw her.
She sent me a link to order some pills from Dr. Amen. He's like one of the best psychiatric doctors in the country.
Okay. What's he handing out?
I bought some his formula for leaky gut.
Okay.
And it seems like I don't have leaky gut hardly at all now. Oh, I said
Awesome.
that right out loud. So yeah, thanks, Jen.
Very cool. Yeah, I put out a short yesterday. I was fishing down the road, State Park, and I'm out there in my Crocs, my sandals and just a fishing rod, and I'm in the woods, and I hear some commotion across the way. I filmed it, and I'm looking, and all of a sudden I see like 8 pigs, 8 hogs. I was like, oh shit. I didn't last long in the woods. I was like, well, if they're over there, they could very, very easily come over here, be on this side, because there was water separating us. Today I was out there, boots on, knife on my side. I felt naked when I was out there, dude. I was like, oh, man, I don't like this. I'm looking at trees. If I had to, could I climb one of these trees? Because there was a lot of babies around too, and I was just like, oh, that's not a good situation. Mugs wears Crocs now. Fantastic. Crocs, sandals, boots, whatever.
When I first went up to Alaska in '77,
Jamie, what's up?
I brought a 44 Magnum, Ruger single 6 44 Magnum, Blackhawk. And guys up there said, nice gun. File the front side of it off. And I go, why do I want to file the front side off? He goes, it won't hurt so bad when the bears take it away from you and jam it up your ass. After you shoot them.
Yeah.
So, yeah, the 454 Casull is one, and the 500 S&W is probably tough call. 12-gauge shotgun, sawed off, fully automatic, 7-shot magazine. Every other one's a slug and a double-aught buck.
7 rounds, huh?
Yeah, you want one of those short little ones with the long tube,
Mm-hmm.
And yep, just keep letting them have it. Man, one of my friends got 8 by a bear.
Who said that? One of your friends, or did you just read that?
No, one of my friends, a long time ago.
Oh, jeez.
It's in a book called More Alaskan Bear Tales by Larry Canuet. But yeah, he went up at the southern end of Baranof Island to go deer hunting, and with a couple of friends, and they let him off on the boat, climbing up one ridge, and they went down the beach a ways and climbed up another ridge. And when they got back, he wasn't there, and they sat there and they sat there, and they could hear him screaming up on the hill all night. So before daylight, they went and got some help, because they were not going to walk up there in the middle of the night. Not in
No.
southern Baranof Island. You don't want to go on that thing in the night. They got some big-ass brown bears there, and they will eat you. But I guess what happened was he had a big old pistol and a 30-06 rifle. They found his rifle jammed halfway, clear into the ground, halfway up the stock, and his pistol 30 feet away or farther, thrown away.
Wow.
And his bottom half had been eaten, and he was dead.
That's usually the outcome for that.
Yeah, but
Wow.
he was screaming up until a couple of hours before that.
Yeah.
So that damn thing, he ate him alive. And when
That's what scares me about the pigs here.
yeah,
They will
they
eat
would.
you.
They will, and they'll get you quick. Yeah, I don't like those things. Are just as bad, I bet you. Anyway, these guys went up the hill. They got a dozen guys out of Port Alexander with the either the game warden or the forest ranger. State police hadn't made it yet, and they started up the hill to see if they could save him. And when they got up there, the bear saw him. The bear looked down the hill at him, went, "Oh boy, more! I'm going to catch all of them and put them in a line right here and eat them for lunch, And down the hill he come charging at him full blast, and they shot that thing 13 times.
Wow.
Before it fell dead at one guy's feet, just slid to death to one guy's feet. And what it was the salmon didn't show up in the creeks around there that year,
Oh.
and that bear was starving, and it was before when the salmon should have been there, and I think before the berries. So, but yeah, poor Harley.
Wow. It's a crazy way to go.
That is.
Couldn't imagine it.
And now they want to bring them damn things back here.
I'm looking at all the ammunition talk.
Yeah, these are all really interesting. So these bears are almost as big as a Brahma bull. I don't know, they're half as big anyway. They're, somewhere between 1,000 and 1,500 pounds. Somewhere between 8 and 10 feet long.
Jamie says, I've been chased by a barren land grizzly. Run-ins with polar bears and, of course, black bears. I've dealt with, in Jersey, I saw black bears in my yard and stuff. And then just not that long ago, I had a run-in here. That was just a brief, but,
I would say like 999 times out of 1,000 that I run into a black bear, that sucker is gone. And boy, can they move.
Yeah, this one wasn't, he didn't run away. He did a little bluff stamp where, like he was bouncing on his front paws for a second, and then he just walked
was
off.
that?
He didn't.
Right, was that video you just did?
Yeah.
Yeah, I've had a few of them do that, or just stand there and eat, just keep eating huckleberries as I walked on by. For a lot of years, I'd see them all the time, and I didn't care. I didn't want to kill him because we killed one long ago, and when we skinned it, it looked like a human, and it grossed us out.
Oh,
It didn't make it taste good after that, but
Nikki was in the
okay.
hospital too. Jeez,
Oh, wow.
she's coughing so hard she thought she bruised her lung or broke a rib. I mean, bruised a rib.
Yeah, that can sure happen. Oh,
Yeah, but Richie, that's a lot quicker, dude. Just as bad as getting your head ripped off by a 15-foot Sasquatch in Alaska. No, that's pretty instantaneous death. You're getting eaten by a bear alive. Yeah, that's worse.
God, and you know they had to have played with him and slapped him around and,
Oof.
but yeah, they're so quick. I mean, I remember one coming around the corner in heavy brush on the Winnehaha River, right down below where Paul Freeman had his sighting. And I ran face to face into a great big huge black bear. And before I could even flinch, he was in the middle of that river. You know, there was 2 bounds into the river. I bet he was doing a good 30 miles an hour.
Well, they say
Yeah,
that
Jay.
it says brown or black bears can run up to 35 miles an hour, said Richie. A grizzly can outrun a thoroughbred for the first 50 yards. That's fast.
Them big brown bears can run
It's
at
something
least
like
35. Yeah, they can run at least 35. There was a guy I used to.
Mr. Hugh, happy birthday. Sorry I missed that. And have a good night.
Is it Mr. Hughes' birthday?
Apparently.
Happy birthday. So here's another good bear story. There was a fella.
The last one wasn't a good one.
No.
Sorry.
This is the other way around.
Man wins.
A fella owned a boat named the Calliste, and he was parked like this at the dock in Sitka with us. And he took his boat out on the Aleutian, well, I guess the Alaska Peninsula, before you get to the Aleutians. And he went up into one of them bays to hunt moose and bears. And he's watching this place, and he's archery hunting. And he sees a moose step out into the river and start wading across the river. And then this big brown bear comes jumping out into the river, runs that moose down, jumps on its back, bites it right in front of the hump, and kills it. Drags it out of the river up onto a little knoll or something, and piles stuff all over it and lays down on it and says, I'm waiting for this to ripen. We got to let it ferment a while.
It's called tenderizing.
Yes, tenderizing. And that bear and the fella in the Calliste, I can't remember any names. Anyway, he snuck up on that bear and killed it. And brought the moose, put an arrow through its heart. And the bear is in the Sitka airport, in a big glass case in the Sitka airport, standing on its moose.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
With that little story.
That must have been a hell of a taxidermy job.
Yeah. Yeah, they got some. You go to the Kodiak airport, they got some brown bears the size of friggin' Volkswagens mounted in the airport there.
Yeah, man. Excuse me.
Like 6 feet tall at the shoulder.
That's huge. Yeah, I don't know, dude. The more I hear about like bear stories, okay, I don't want to go to bear country. You know, like
Yeah.
it's bad enough I'm in gator country, you know?
If you go to bear country, just get that shotgun.
I think
That's
I might get
probably.
I think I might get some bear spray for these woods down here. Not even for bears, just, you know, I'm sure it affects hogs too.
That would. Yeah, yeah. Man, yeah, those things are. That is creepy, man. They are so fast, and then their low, their attack comes in low,
Yeah.
doesn't it?
Yeah.
And man, they could just be there and have your whole damn leg ripped open before you even knew what hit you. You'd be bleeding to death, and they're going to eat you. Wow.
Well, I was gonna go fishing again tomorrow.
Whoops, shouldn't talk to me. He'll be afraid to go in the woods. We shouldn't talk to each other.
Yeah, it was unnerving because I'm like, there's like good 4 adult size pigs and then, you know, 6, 7 babies running around over there.
Man.
And I was just like, they could very easily be on this side, and I wouldn't. I'm, you know, I didn't have a knife on me. Not that it's going to do much, but it makes me feel better. And I start going out there and like with a walking stick. I have this really heavy duty walking stick that I'm going to start bringing with.
Yeah.
Yeah. Stephanie has gone Betty buys. I don't know, dude. I know she wasn't feeling good. Stephanie had a fall last night and she banged up her knee and her hands too. I guess when she fell, she put her hands down and she broke a lot of her fingernails off. So she's sore. So she's just resting up tonight. Paramedic says Steve Ishdahl has some nail-biting grizzly tails. I bet. But yeah, Stevie's doing all right. I mean, she'll be all right. She's just sore.
So, Paul, I've never been to any Bigfoot conferences. I'm still kind of afraid to even wear this hat in public. Pacific Northwest with a Bigfoot on it.
Yeah. Why are you afraid to wear that?
Because people might laugh at me.
Oh. Hurt your feelings?
It hurt my little baby feelings. That's probably just that stupid. I don't know.
Actually, I was wearing a Bigfoot shirt today. Actually, I was wearing Squatching Cowboy. You know, Joe Pass. I was wearing one of his shirts today while I was fishing. And you couldn't tell unless you read it. You know, you couldn't tell what it is. Just like the state of Texas, and I don't even know if there's a Bigfoot on it.
You know, but sometimes I wear this hat out, going to the store or something, and once in a while people will walk up to me and go, "I like your hat." And one of them was one of my old hunting buddies. "I like your hat," and I looked at him, "Huh? Have you seen or heard anything weird out there?" And he goes, "Oh yeah."
Really?
But he was in a hurry and didn't tell me about it. But next time I see him,
and those are the people that you have to talk to, are the ones that acknowledge your hat and say, "Oh, I like your hat." You know,
yeah,
that means they're into the subject or they have an experience with it.
right. And yeah, some of them. Yeah, I just saw one standing on the edge of camp, and then it was gone. You know.
Stevie, we're talking about hogs. Hog runs into Tink.
They better not make the low attack on Stevie. They'll lose an eye.
Get a mouthful of titanium. Oh shit! Tink. Oh.
Richie, that is absolutely the truth.
Wasatch Sasquatch, what's up? Great to see you, man. It's a rite of passage to have Dr. Meldrum. Oh wait, where'd it go? Yeah, be rude at you at a conference. Just kidding. LOL. Never had that happen to me, but heard a couple stories. Usually he's an all right guy, though, so I hear. Well, we'll find out. I'll be seeing. I think he's going to be at the conference next month. David Pilates, or how would the fuck pronounce his name? He's going to be there.
Where's that conference?
It's here in Florida. It's going to be in Ocala. Is it Ocala or yeah, Ocala State Forest? There's a World Equestrian Center that's where they're having it this year.
I'll just have to be jealous.
Tickets are almost sold out, I believe. So if you're in the area thinking about going next, I think it's April 22nd. Stevie got her tickets. Still have to make some arrangements, find some place to camp, because that's what I think we're going to do is make a weekend out of it and camp out. What's up, Matt? Let's just ignore him, Mogs. Mogs, can you climb a tree or what? Oh my God. Yeah, I can climb a tree. I'll just keep telling myself that.
Yeah. Okay. Last time I tried to climb a tree with a climbing tree stand, I couldn't do it. I wonder how I am now.
Well, it's you just need the proper motivation, and that would motivate me to get up a tree.
Oh yeah, wouldn't need no dang nothing.
No, just getting out of the tree might be difficult. I'll get up it.
Well, I got a thing I do sometimes. I've got some ladder spikes, right? I don't know how to explain them, but
I know what they are.
Yeah, and you just screw them into the tree.
Yeah. I've had them.
Yeah, those are fun. You can go just find some big old beautiful tree that you don't even know if there's a Sasquatch in it because it's so damn big and beautiful. Anything could be hiding up there, and you just screw in a bunch of them things and climb on up and get on a big branch and enjoy life. Or try and hoax an elk. I do hoax a lot of things out there. I have never tried to hoax Bigfoot though. I just don't think he'd take well to it.
I'm just reading about, what is this? Thanks. Just don't try to tell a Sasquatch story when doctor's doing a Q&A session. I know someone he told to sit down if he didn't have a question, but I guess he wasn't following directions. Well, if someone's up there, kind of respect their time. But yeah, that would be me. I'd be in the back talking. I'd just be babbling away.
I've done that everywhere. Even at work. Oh damn.
Suzanne says I can climb a tree. I can jump a fence too.
Dang, Susie, I can't do that. I can tear the inside of my pant leg with the fence, so.
Mr. Lee goes climbing a tree when he's on cocaine and he couldn't get down. Jesus, dude.
Oh, Mr. Lee, you reminded me. This, okay, I can't remember the name of the mountain, but yeah, we climbed a mountain, got up there, smoked a joint of some Panama Red. And we got
David made a song about that shit.
Yep. And got so friggin' high we couldn't get off the mountain for about 4 hours. Maybe only 3 or something. But yeah, we were up on that mountain for a long time. Because it was, it was kind of tough to get up it, and it was a really dumb thing to smoke pot up there. But what of you? What of you?
I believe you. We've all had crazy times. Absolutely.
Yeah.
I'm sure they're not done.
I'm just glad I didn't get drunk on that mountain. I had to stay up there.
It'd still be there.
Somewhere on it. Because you wouldn't have been smart enough to stay on the mountain until you sobered up. You'd have run back down and fell off something.
Matt said, "Didn't we do that the last time?" Yeah, we stood outside in the hallway, right outside the door, at the last conference, at the first conference we went to, and yeah, we just yapped away.
Yeah, that would be the
I
thing.
don't know. I'm not one to go into an auditorium and sit down and I'd rather walk around and talk to people, and I might stand on the back wall for a little bit and listen in, but Question, Mugs, did you go fishing today? Yes, I did, Richie. You know I did, didn't you? You were here. Actually, it was cool because right at the end of the block here, there's a like a little marina, and I got there and I was just watching other guys fish and talking and bullshitting, and then one guy left, so it kind of freed up space. So I took out my poles and started fishing. I was fishing with one pole, kind of heavier gear, and then I took out my ultralight. And there's probably maybe 8-pound test on it. And I was using small pieces of fish, and I was catching actually brim, like sunfish, and then a black drum. But I caught everything on my damn ultralight. It was friggin' awesome. I caught one fish on my other pole. I got a catfish.
So do you have one of them big 7-foot, super thick, ugly stick type fishing poles for like marlin or something?
Not for marlin. I have some boat poles that, you could probably catch most of the fish out here. I don't know about a marlin. No, that's a big fish. But like the boat poles are short. So
These are my sturgeon poles.
Right on. Yeah, I have. Today I was fishing with a dial. It's probably 7'2" thereabouts. The one pole I have, it might have been the dial, is actually a steelhead pole.
Ah.
But to me, a fish is a fish. The fish don't know it's a steelhead pole.
Yeah, I've caught a jillion halibut on that. Oh, I don't know, maybe 20 or 30.
What's your biggest halibut?
375 pounds.
God damn. How long did it take you to land it? That's
forever.
Forever. It's still swimming around out back.
Yeah. I don't know, but yeah, they take.
Wow.
They take an hour and a half. It's not fun. It's a fight.
It's work, yeah. Especially a halibut. It's
after about 10 minutes, you've had all the fun you want. Your arms are tired. You're just trying to take the pole away from you.
All right, somebody take over.
Then you're hoping you can get a rest on him recover before he does, so you wear him out first.
Richie says Thursday morning we are going for fish tacos, Mugs. Okay. You don't have to ask me twice.
Ooh.
Yeah, we went the other day, but the place was closed. And this little stand, this taco stand, it's like a little trailer that they converted, is in this awesome spot right on the water, and it was really cool. We went there even though they were closed. They had just closed, so we ended up going somewhere else to eat. But yeah, this woman's story was just fascinating. Listening to her, how she's been there, how she got the place, and it was really cool. Stevie says, "Shut up, Richie."
Richie's on a roll. He's doing great.
Yeah, Richie, I don't know if you caught it earlier, but I did mention the fact that we went to where you had your sighting. There it is. We talk fishing, WTF. we talk anything.
Anything. Let's see.
Taking bets, next show. What time will fishing come up? She says. Winner gets what? Why isn't this coming up? Winner gets
By the
nothing.
way,
That'd be an interesting bet. I couldn't know anything about it though, because I would. Ooh, who's screaming?
that was a TV show that Nana's watching in the
Okay.
other room.
I was reaching for my phone, going, "No shit." 911.
Well,
Guys, we have about 8 minutes left. Anybody wants to pop on? Still got 8 minutes. Raptor says, "Wait a minute. I was talking about a bear from earlier comment. I'm not talking about fishing. What the hell? I know I'm dumb, but I'm not ignorant." No one will accuse you of that.
1 hour ahead of normal, huh?
Maybe a little behind. I don't know.
I'm about 3 bubbles off a plum.
3. Damn.
Well,
3 bubbles. You just walk in a circle. No.
one leg's a little shorter than the other, so I got to make sure and always walk in the same direction on the side hill. Uh-oh, 8 minutes and I got to take them damn meds again.
Yes, you do. Well, mine says 7.5 minutes, but who's counting?
This diet is so dang weird. So I was losing weight like crazy, down, 60 pounds down. Then I switched to carnivore and quit losing weight. But I was like right at where I want to get, or I was like 10, 15 pounds above it at most. And everybody, in the keto chats and stuff says, yeah, we stop losing weight right then. And then you got to like do some fasting and bump it to get it going. Well, I didn't do that. But then I found out that if you go on a carnivore diet, it's not really a good weight loss diet. It's a weight normalization diet. And I'm sure.
So you're not putting weight back on, right?
I am.
You are.
4 pounds.
Oh, fat ass.
But it's not fat. It's going in my bones.
Okay.
And instead of being old with osteoporosis, it takes the calcium and puts it back where it
belongs.
Yeah, it's like a body normalization diet. And then, like for, I don't know how many years, 10 years now, I've had to take Flomax to go pee. And it's been bad. I've had to take 2 of them. And my brother died of prostate cancer, so I've always been kind of worried about my prostate and my bladder here.
Sure.
But But so I didn't need one of the pills not too long ago, and then and I might not need the other one here pretty soon. That's crazy.
That's good though.
It is, and then
Well,
I can.
Raptor says, "Wow, every time I refresh, it's still behind. It doesn't do it on other live chat."
Well,
Huh.
we're just inferior, Raptor.
We're special.
So we just do broken stuff here.
Jamie says he's 12 and a half stone of twisted steel and sex appeal. Grasshopper, keto depends on your genes. Some can't live that way.
Yeah, but it's not very much genes. It's some can't, but 999 out of 1,000 can do it just fine. There's little weird little things people got to do different, and things work a little different on other people, but probably I don't know. I would say if you don't need to do keto, just cut the friggin' sugar out and you'll be alright.
Yeah, that's what I got to do. Just I'm addicted to it.
Oh my gosh, they start you on it when you're a kid and grandma's a pusher.
Eat this sugar and go back to your mother.
That's why I just did that. Papa's a pusher.
Yeah. YouTube has a lot of people complaining that full carnivore not working.
Do they?
Apparently.
Bummer. I wonder how long they're doing it, because I'm not going to do it really long, Grasshopper. I just don't see.
Richie, I really hope that's not the case because we're sharing the same internet.
Mogs is sucking up all the bandwidth.
No, I've never had a problem here.
Yep, that's right, Mr. Lee. Do your own research. Don't believe a dang thing I got to say. I know just enough to hurt myself bad, I think.
All right. Well, where are we at?
We got 2 minutes, Mogs.
2 minutos.
So I will be going to give Nana a kiss. Let me tell you, I got 2 minutes quick. Nana
He's got to lean into this.
went off of her antidepressants in the winter.
Okay.
That makes a person extremely hard to live with. But I don't care. I'll put up
You
with
love
it.
her anyway.
I love her anyway. She's been wonderful, but holy cow, has that been tough duty. Because she said her PTSD, she was horribly abused as a child. Worst story I've ever heard.
Sorry.
And so her PTSD comes back, which means me being a man, I am evil.
Oh.
And, and then just the depression and going off the... But she's a vegetarian keto. She has never really been big on red meat, and she says it upsets her stomach, so I don't give her any crap. So, but it's winning. It's working really good for her. But she's still ketogenic on that diet.
Mm-hmm.
She just, her fats are like olive oil and butter and eggs and cream avocados. Did I say avocados? Those are great.
Avocados are really good for you. What is this, Richie? Promoting other shows? It's time. Fly by Stu, what's going on? Miss Dill, you leaving? Good night, and thank you for moderating. I appreciate it.
Thanks, Miss Steele. Well, so anyway.
Hey, Figgy, good to see you. Oh, yeah. Thanks for telling us your stories.
You bet.
I know everybody appreciated it. I did.
Oh, good, good. Okay, I will be going. We will see you guys later.
All right, man. Take your meds. I didn't do that. He did. I was going to give him a minute. Well, guys, I want to thank everybody for coming out tonight. I hope you had a good time, learned something, or not. As long as you go away and you're like, well, that was cool, that's all that matters. If you did have a good time, please click that like button below. Also, if you're new, subscribe and share and do all those other things you can do down below. All right, guys, I will be back on Thursday. Do it again. Thank you, everybody, again. You guys enjoy the rest of your night. Stevie, I'll talk to you in a minute or 2 or 3 soon. All right, guys. Love you all. Take care of one another. Take care of yourselves, more importantly. All right, guys. Peace and God bless.